morning, everyone. All right, have you guys ever had one of those experiences where, like, your entire life flashes before your eyes? Well, that's never happened. Just saying. Anyways, the quote that I'm using today is, "I'm not afraid to die, I just don't want to be there when it happens," by Alan. I agree with that because I want my life to be remembered as like a happy life, and I don't want to reflect on my death when I'm there. Like, I'm not going to look at my body and be like, "Hey, you're dead, that's cool," and just, that will be the last memory of me. That's not fun. I want to reflect on my life with my parents, my experiences, my everything that happened. I don't want to remember my last moment as me just dead. I've had many incidences where, like, maybe my life should have flashed before my eyes, but it hasn't. I've been in 2 car accidents with my family, and I've done some crazy things too that I don't really want to talk about, but yeah. I think life and death is very scary, but at the same time you shouldn't be afraid of it because it's something that happens naturally. One example I'd like to talk about is when my dog died, and I wish I wasn't there for his death, but I know he wanted me there for his because he was like my little brother. Like, I'm an only child, and so when he died, it was a really like hard thing on me, and I know he would never have wanted me to feel the way I felt, but the way that he passed away was really hard for me. So even though I was afraid for his death, I know he wouldn't want to be afraid of his death because he was such a kind dog. He did everything for me and everything. Also, when my great-grandmother passed away, I knew even though I wasn't close to her, she would have never wanted me to remember her the way that I last saw her, which was in a coffin, all pale, and she was just laying there. Funerals aren't one of my best things. I don't like going to them, but when you look at death, like people there laying there, you don't want to be there. It's not one of those things that I guess you want to be around because death isn't fun. But when you reflect on life, always remember your experiences, your friends that were around you, your family, just all the positive things. Never reflect on the negative things. And I think death sometimes, most of the time, is a negative thing, and you shouldn't reflect on it. And that's what this quote is saying, that when you die, you don't want to be there because your life has ended. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
You know how to good levels? Kimmie Impromptu.
I should have written it down.
Yeah,
I wrote some of it down, yeah, I should have. Because last time I did it, I did it.
electronic protons just
I
floating
only
around
did
it.
it.
He was on the couch right next to him. I don't know the name of that street.
No, I didn't watch the show, but it did say Impromptu. Well, when I died, I was so Go back. You said you read the dice.
Okay, Kimmie, the rhetorical question is attention device is fine. The tie into the quote makes sense. You don't really have a preview of where you're going with the speech. just seems like you're kind of randomly going to talk about examples. Now, I did think that you had a couple of clear examples that you're going to talk about. I'm not sure that you always knew what you wanted to say, and a couple of them sounded repetitive, and one of them just sounded gruesome, so that was a little odd. So the signposting, I think, could be a little bit smoother in the body of the speech. Presentation issues, your voice, look, we can hear you, but I think you're operating at the same volume level the whole time, and I think that there needs to be a little bit more energy in a couple of spots, especially in the beginning when your tone seems to be suggesting that this is going to be kind of, I don't want to say frivolous, but a lighter approach to this, and you need to have a little bit of variety. I know that you've probably been sick, and so that makes it a little more complicated. Whenever you hesitate, that's usually one of those indications that you're uncertain about what's going to come up next, and that happens a little bit, and that hurts your fluency a bit. I think all of your anxiety is coming out in your hands. You're doing a lot of hand washing while you were standing up there. It's like, where's the soap? I got the soap that's going on there, and so that's where most of your nervousness comes out. And the conclusion of the speech could be a little bit smoother. All right, thank you.